I'm standing in one of my most cherished places. This is in Bangalore. There are two ways you can see. Right behind me, there are two ways. One way, which is starting the journey from Bangalore to different destinations. Another is from different places, people reaching to Bangalore. In these two roads, their journey is being carried on. I would like to emphasize a subject. Life is a journey. Which way are you traveling and which destination are you going to reach? Many have started their journey, but they could not reach the desired destinations because they have met with tragedies on their journey. Have you met tragedies in your life? Where is your destiny? Which is your journey? How are you traveling? Is the question. So my episode, this is Life is a Journey. How are you traveling? Living life to the fullest. Life is a golden opportunity God has given to man. But man doesn't take life seriously. We are living in a world where we are hurried for jobs, for each and every daily activity. We are in such a rush that we are not taking life seriously and we are going along with the time. Life is so precious. Do you take delight in life? Life is only the one single opportunity God has given for us on this face of His earth. We travel towards a direction where we do not come back. There may be pauses, there may be stops, there may be halts in the middle of our journey, but there is no coming back. That is the reason we have to take life very seriously, because life is very precious. In the busy world, I can see people taking life in a very mere and a reckless way, that they do not understand the seriousness of it. Hundreds of people are being killed on the roads because of their sheer negligence. Hundreds of people are dying because they do not take diseases seriously. Hundreds of people are losing their life with their own hands, discouraged due to various kinds of suicidal tendencies. Life is precious. There was a mother who was taking a small child, a toddler, to a daycare. She dropped the child in the daycare, and before dropping the child in the daycare, she has hugged the child and gave a warm kiss and a hug to the child and said bye-bye. In a busy schedule of life, while she was running back to the bus stop, a speeding vehicle came and dashed the mother. The mother fell on the road with the blood bleeding from the head to the other parts of the body. The blood was flowing on the road, and somebody came and tried to help her. In the last breath, she said, "Please take care of the life of my daughter. Please take care of the life of my daughter." The word life came out of her mouth when she saw her own life going away. She remembers the life of another child who is born to her blood. Then her life passes away. We do not understand the seriousness of life unless and until it comes to our bosom. We do not take life seriously unless and until we don't feel the tinge and pain of it. Psalmist David in Psalm 37, he writes a beautiful sentence saying, "Delight thyself in the Lord, and He shall give thee the desires of thy heart." Delight, enjoy the life which God has given to you. Life is like a camera. Life is like a camera. You take a good shot and you are not happy, try another shot. But don't be discouraged with what has happened so far. There is a long journey ahead which you need to take into a new level and a new direction. Life is so precious. Don't let it slip away from your hands without your knowledge. Take life so preciously. Seize every moment. Enjoy and be grateful for every single breath you take in this world. Do you know how many people are paying thousands of dollars and thousands of rupees to sustain the breath in them? There is none left in this world without difficulties and troubles and trials. Everybody has their own difficulties. Everybody has their own problems. Some problems are visible, some are hidden, but they are common to all. Major calamities are happening just a few kilometers from us, a few miles from us. People are fighting. People are killing themselves. We all take this precious life for granted. At one point I found, we should understand that we are all going to fall. No matter what has happened so far, no matter how many troubles and trials we have faced till now, one thing you should never forget. When God has given a wonderful opportunity to be in this world, He also has a plan for you. That's what He says in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29. In the Bible, it is there in Jeremiah, chapter 29, He writes a very beautiful sentence, a beautiful verse in verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. God has a plan for you. God has a purpose for you. His plan and His purpose is so good that the end is not going to be destructive. The end is going to be constructive. God's plans are always good for the purpose. Today you may have a bad day. The past year may not be a good year. Many people have passed this journey. Many people could not see 2021. And God has a plan for you. That's why He has given again 2021. A year where you can rethink, reconsider your priorities and step towards a new year with a new zeal and new enthusiasm. Jeremiah very clearly states, he knows what thoughts are there for you. He knows what dreams He has got for you. He knows the vision He has for you. There is something God is going to make you perform that you don't even understand. You may deal with massive amount of pain. You may have dealt with failure. But there is always a wonderful God's plan that lies behind every pain and every failure. There is no gain without pain. And they are purely to give you future and hope. Life seems precious and amazing when you look at life in a different perspective. Our problem is we are not happy with the present life because we do not look at what we have. We are only concerned about the things we do not have. And what things we do not have lands up into discouragement because of the lack we have in ourselves. There are so many wonderful things God has given you. We don't concentrate on those things which God has given. But we only concentrate on the things which God has not given. That makes life filled with discouragement, filled with distress, and lands up into failure, and makes you a person saying that you cannot do anything. We envy others for enjoying the benefits they are having due to their hard work. And that makes life in a tormented state. We burn in ourselves. And we pity and we regret. And we get anger for nothing. Because we are not having something which others are having. But do you look into a godly perspective? This life on this earth is a journey. And in this journey, you have wonderful memories. In this journey, there are so many halts. In this journey, there are so many breakups. In this journey, there are so many tragedies. So far, God has led you crossing each and every hurdle with His grace. Did you ever enjoy God's grace? Many times I see people worried about the things they don't have. I have never ever thought in such a way that I am in lack of something. Accidentally I was born on the day Shakespeare was born. There is a wonderful statement given by Shakespeare. He said, I started to cry when the other person was having beautiful shoes, but I stopped crying when I saw somebody who is not having legs. What a beautiful statement it is. I started to cry when I saw somebody having better shoes than I have. I stopped crying when I myself saw there are few other people who do not have legs. God has designed our lives in such a way that what you have, they don't have. What happiness you have, they might not have. What talent you have, they might not have. What goodness you have, they might not have. What meekness and simplicity and gentleness you have, they might not have. You may be ground to earth. They may be peak in arrogance. God has given equal proportion that suits your personality. Life is very precious. This very moment, there are so many things which are happening. At this very moment, there are so many people born in this world. In the same way, there are so many people who are leaving the world. At least their plight is realized. What about yours or mine? As long as we spend our time on this face of this earth, let us not fill with worry, negativity, but remember and realize the miraculous gift of life that we are having. Breathe today's life as it is last, because once you go to bed, you do not know you rise or not. Life is so precious. No matter what the present situation might be in your life right now, no matter how many problems be in store, neither you can change them nor you can escape them. What has to happen will happen. What has to occur will occur. But when God has given a life in your hands, ask God to show you a path that He likes. Ask God to show you a path that He delights in the way you are leading life. My question to you, my brethren, is God happy with your life? There are many people who are happy with your life. There are many people who are happy by the contributions you have made. There are many people by the earnings you have earned. But is God happy with your life? Are your steps ordained by God? Psalmist in Psalm 16 and verse 11 writes a beautiful sentence. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is the fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Thou wilt show me the path of life. God has to show you the way you should travel. God has to show you the steps you need to take. When God shows you the steps you need to take, when God shows you the direction you should go, He is happy with you. And when He is happy with you, your life is a life filled with happiness. There is one more verse before I conclude. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A man may think that I want to live in this way, I want to live in that way. But you know, the Lord directs his steps. Life is a journey, my brother. A journey is one time. There is no coming back. There is no second opportunity. God has given you maybe a life of 60 years, 70 years, 18 years. It is once. And once this is over, there is no coming back. Life is precious. Life is a journey. Have a beautiful, precious life which God likes. Thank you. God bless you.